Hi guys! So how are y'all doing today? If you're wondering why I'm looking a little bit crazy and why my face looks like the two sides don't match, they don't. If you want to see why they don't, I will have that video linked down below. So in this video, I wanted to share with you that list of baby names that I was holding on to at like 12 years old, like all those other little girls planning their future lives, and they never turned out that way. So I wanted to share with you my favorite baby names because I love watching these videos on YouTube. I think they're super interesting, and I have found some names that I love through watching other people's videos. So maybe you can find a name that you love in this video as well. So I'm going to tell y'all the names that I liked, and I have them written down in my little composition notebook, and I have 10 girl names and 10 boy names. And we're going to do all the boy names first. So first of all, I have two sons and their names are Harrison and Wyatt. And so at first we were thinking about going with another Harrison or another H name like Harrison, and then decided against that. But our very first name that we were considering was Hudson. I love Hudson. I think it's such a cute name. I think it's strong as a little boy's name or as a older man's name. I just think it's adorable. And we ended up not using that name just because we just decided to go against the everyone have an H's name. So that is my first name. My second name for a little boy is Lincoln. I think Lincoln is just adorable. I can just see a little boy running around named Lincoln, and I can just see his little brown hair and his brown eyes. And, oh, he's just adorable. But my husband doesn't love this name, and he kind of thinks it sounds like too presidential, so we probably will not be using Lincoln, but I personally love that name. The next name that I absolutely love, that I have loved for years, is Jackson, but with an X instead of an S. And I would call him Jax for short. I think that would just be such a cute little nickname for a little boy. And my husband has a friend that is really close to him, and his son is named Jackson, so he told me that we couldn't use that name. And his is with an S, and I told him it's totally different. He doesn't agree. So we're going to forego on Jackson as well, I guess, but I still love it. Alright, the next one, I actually want to put two names together because in my little brain, I was having twins when I was little. And so I wanted to name my two boys Jonah and Noah. And both of their middle names were going to be Keithan. Why Keithan? I don't know. But I still love Jonah and Noah. And Noah more than Jonah. So Noah made the list. And I absolutely love Bible names. There's, I think, a couple of other Bible names on here as well. But I think Bible names are just beautiful, and they just feel just old-timey and just classic. So this next name, my husband really wanted our second son to be named this. And I liked it, but I just didn't like it for my own son. So the name is Liam, and it is actually the #1 most popular name in 2018. And when we found out that, that kind of convinced him that we didn't want to name our son Liam because there's going to be, 10 Liams in kindergarten with him. So we decided against Liam, but I do think it is a really cute name. Another name that we almost named our son was Owen. I love Owen. Jurassic Park had came out a little bit before I got pregnant, and so everyone was thinking that we were naming him Owen after that character. And oh, not Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. And I was like, no, we're not naming him after, the gorgeous Chris Pratt, but that would be great. We're just naming him Owen because I really like that name. And my husband he just didn't feel settled on it, and he liked Wyatt a whole lot more, so we both agreed that we liked Wyatt just a teeny bit more than Owen. But that name is still on my list. I'm not saying I won't have a son named Owen in the future. The next name that I have always loved is Benjamin, and I would call him Benji. And my mom said that that sounds like a dog's name, and she didn't like it. So I've always really liked that name, though. I just think Benji would be so cute. You might get made fun of a little bit, but you know, all kids do. Everyone's gonna find something wrong with your name. So I just really, really liked Benjamin. I thought that it was a good, strong name, and you can go by Ben if you don't like Benji. I think that that is also a name that carries on to adulthood really well. So that is I haven't even been counting, like my 7th name for a boy. So the next name that I really liked is a very uncommon name, and I've only seen one person be named this, and that's Brecken. And actually there is an actor that is named Brecken, and I thought that this was just so cute. I don't know why, but my mom also did not like this name. She poo-pooed this one and said that if I named my son Brecken, that she was going to call him Breckenwind. And so, yeah. And then when I told my husband that name, he was definitely not for it. But I like Brecken. I think it's original. I mean, what do you think? So my final name for a boy is actually a pick from my husband. He loved this name. And actually one of my cousins ended up naming his son that was born at the exact same time as my older son this. And that is Grayson. I think this is a very, very cute name. And since it was already taken in the family, we really don't like repeating names. So we decided not to do Grayson. But it is a really, really cute name. And he hung on to that one for a while. So that is the final boy name for my list. Now we're going to move over to the girl side and let you know all of them. For me, the girls' names were a whole lot harder to narrow down. I have wanted a little girl for so long. I really don't know if I'm going to have another baby, but if I do and it's not a girl, I'm definitely not going for a 4th. That's for sure. So if I have a little girl, this may or may not be her name. Because, like I said, we're not sure if we want to do another H name, but we love the name Haley. And we would name her Haley Jane, and Jane is after my husband's grandmother. And Haley is just adorable. When we were looking for H names, that is the only girl H name that really stood out to me besides that and Hannah, which is my next name on my list. But Haley, I just thought was so cute, and just a little girl in a little sundress telling you her name is Haley Jane. I just thought that sounded so country and just so cute. Like I said, it might be my daughter's name in the future. My next girl's name, like I said, is Hannah. I loved the name Hannah growing up. I actually had a really good friend named Hannah when I was in grade school. And I had a lot of people tell me that I looked like a Hannah when I was younger, and I just thought it was really weird that they all chose the same name for me to look like. But yeah, I like the way that it's spelled the same, you know, front and backwards. Yeah, I just think it's a really cute name. And I don't know what middle name I would put with that, but Hannah's really pretty. Okay, the next name is also an H name, and that is Hayden. And my husband did not like this one because of Hayden Panettiere. And I mean, I have nothing against her. I think she's pretty cool. But he wasn't really for that name, so we decided against Hayden as well. So that one will probably not be used in the future. Okay, the next one is Annabelle. I think that Annabelle just sounds like really just like old-timey and classic. And it has a lot of nicknames that you can do with it. And I just think it's beautiful. And I would probably end up calling her Bella or something like that. But my husband probably won't like that name. I don't think I've ever mentioned that one to him. But yeah, I really like the name Annabelle. Okay, the next one is actually my middle name. And my husband does not like it. I know that this sounds like my family's really judgy on the names. But I don't know. I think that my husband should have an input on what his children's names are as well. So if he doesn't like a name, I'm going to take his view into consideration. But the next one is my middle name, which is Lorraine. And I would name a little girl Lorraine and call her Lori. And my Momo is named Lorraine. My mother's middle name is Lorraine. And then my name is Lorraine. So it would carry on that family tradition, but he just really, really doesn't like it. You never know if he upsets me one day, while I'm giving birth or something. I just might slip Lorraine in there just to make him mad. Oh, I really wouldn't do that. Really. Okay. So the next one I actually really, really liked, and for a human name, and we ended up naming our dog this, and that's Parker. I think that Parker would be a cute name for a girl or a boy, and it's kind of not hurt a whole bunch, and so I just really like that name. So the next one is actually one of my aunt's names, and so that's why I would never use it for my own child, but that is Charlotte. I think that it is just such a cute, angelic name, and I would name her, or I would call her Charlie, and she would just be so adorable. I can see her now. But like I said, I probably won't use that name because it is a family name already, but it is adorable. I love Charlotte. It just sounds timeless to me. So the next one, actually, I had never heard before, and then when I did hear it, I fell in love. And this name is actually a YouTuber's. They're called the Fitzgeralds, I think it is, or Fitzgerald's Vlogs, and that is Willow. And their daughter Willow is, oh, she's just so cute. I had never thought of Willow as a name for a little girl, and when she put it to that little girl, oh gosh, it fit, because she's just so cute. So I would never copy her and steal her name away from her. Maybe I will. I don't know. I haven't told this name to my husband as well, so I don't know how he feels about this one, but I love Willow. It just sounds really cute. It sounds like it's straight from a storybook. So my second to last name for a little girl is Sawyer. And that Sawyer would be adorable as a little girl. Again, I can see her skipping around in her sundress. I don't know why all my little girls wear sundresses. Maybe because I wanted to wear sundresses. Ooh, whoa! We yanked our camera. Hold on now. Okay, sorry. So I don't know why all of my little girls are wearing sundresses, but they are. Maybe because I loved sundresses as a little girl. I don't know. But anyways, so I think that Sawyer would just be an adorable little girl's name, along with all the rest of them. I just think that it just sounds timeless and pretty. So my very, very last girl name that I have for you is Freya. And I don't know why I like this name. I think it's just because it's just so different. You don't hear Freya very often, but I just really like this name. I don't know if I would ever use it because it is so different. I don't think that my husband would go for it. But I just really, really like this name. So that is every bit of the baby names that I have on my list as of right now. I mean, my list is constantly changing. I'm constantly hearing new original names that I love. So by the time I have another kid, if I ever have another one, it'll probably change. But as of right now, those are some of my favorite names that I would or would not name future children. So guys, that is it for today. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.